Why is Sinners and K-pop Demon Hunters kindred spirits of each other? Hmm. I have some ideas on probably why that is. They both came out in the same year, 2005. They're both movies of people of color. Sinner is predominantly a black cast, um, dealing with the black experience. K-pop Demon Hunters, all 100% Korean, dealing with the Korean experience. I think another reason is they're both musicals, where music plays heavily in both of these films. Sinners, that music is the blues, and you understand the heritage of the blues. K-pop Demon Hunters is K-pop music. You know, the idea of it being a concert film. I think another thing it does well, they both have folklore attached to it. Sinners, you get that at the very beginning of what music can do, how it can conjure up the past, present, and even the future through music. Where K-pop, the folklore is about the hunters themselves and how they use music to ward off all things evil or evil spirits throughout the generation. Um, so I think that's fascinating. Also, both films mix genre. Sinners is a movie that's set in, it's a period film that's set in like 1932 Jim Crow era, the Jim Crow era. And at the same time, it then turns into a vampire film where K-pop Demon Hunters, it's a K-pop girl band that's also a concert film, you know. But then on the other hand, they are um, demon hunters that are going around killing demons. So that's fascinating. Another thing that makes them similar, they both celebrate culture. The thing that I found fascinating with Sinners, and one of the things I love about Sinners, and what I really like about Ryan Coogler's films, is that he shows black folks celebrating their culture. You know, if you take it all the way back in the Jim Crow area, one of the most racist times of America history, you are seeing black communities shown through their music, through the heritage of the blues, and how they deal with other like the Asian community that helps them out. It's about community, and there's a celebration there when they're building something and putting a jute joint together, where they're inviting people who've been picking cotton to come out and celebrate for a night. And there's just something beautiful about that. And even the vampire has his own culture. Malik um, is Irish, and Irish and blacks are always more or less similar, you know. And so you get a taste of the Irish culture as well. K-pop really celebrates the culture. The fact that they set K-pop Demon Hunters in Korea, you understand that when they do the concert film, it's like a concert movie, which I think is incredible. And then probably the last thing that's probably the big tie-in between these two films are they both are original IPs. And I think we are living in a time where we are screaming for more original movies, more original stories. Oh, we tend to get sequels, reboot, prequels, already branded names. Hollywood has been risk adverse on taking chances. Both of these movies are big risk. Matter of fact, Sony made K-pop and then sold it to Netflix because it didn't really have, I believe, faith in releasing the movie itself, and it made a cleaning at Netflix. And Warner Brothers really took the shot on giving Sinners, having Ryan Coogler go over to Warner Brothers to make Sinners. So both movies really deal with culture. They deal with they're well, it's so well written on both shows. The characters, you care about the characters. You care about Smoke and Stack. You care about Huntrix, the girls. The music is incredible across the board. Both films are nominated for Best Pictures. That ties them together. One Best Picture and the other Best Animated Picture. And both songs, "I Lied to You" is nominated, which is ironic because that's competing against Golden from K-pop. So "Sinners," "I Lied to You" is up against Golden's for Best Song. Um, so it is such an original. What a time we lived in to be able to get both of these films to come out at the same time. Both almost these wonderful films that centers on music and Sinners and vampires, blues and vampires and Sinners and K-pop music and demons for K-pop Demon Hunters. So I do think that both of these movies are something special. It's also nice to get movies of people who are non-white, people from different colors, um, because their heritage, their history is so fascinating. I learned a lot more about the Korean culture than I ever thought I would. And even hearing about how the blues came about, I just found that fascinating as well. These are two very special movies. They're my favorite films of 2025. And I think they're both masterpieces. And I do think that there are instant classics that's going to be around like for a very long, long time. So, do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know what you think. Write a comment. But yeah, they're. I'll be curious to see. Um, and it doesn't even matter who wins at the Oscars. They're my favorite films. Sinners, K-pop. They're like they're cousins of each other, and we win as a viewing audience to experience really incredible piece of material. Both films, as far as I'm concerned, are like masterpieces. Okay, I'm out.